sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. On first down, McLean. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 7. On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Off play action. McLean. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there for the Raiders. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with a keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Fights off the defender. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his target, Beckham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
I'm wondering.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Offense set to get this drive started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McLean. The open man here, Renfro. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Off the play fake, McLean. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turn it upfield for good yardage. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw. McLean, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action. McLean. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Oh, some strong running. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on third down is Burrow. He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Zach Bond. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Zach Bond able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. McLean. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Yeah, let's go set lunch. Check 50, check 50.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 67 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That one caught by Ellison. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many things you're going through on that play, trying to get open, trying to catch the ball, and still get your feet down to complete the process of the play. Not successful on that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Burrow. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily,
But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McLean. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throwing on 1st down. McLean throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So the turnover leads to points as they had 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Second down at 5. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Burrow looking to pass. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike,
Throwing again. McLean. He dumps it off to Dre. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw. McLean. Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Bengals 17, Raiders 10. And then McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
First and 10.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Right back to Drake.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McLean. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McLean. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Off play action. McLean. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, McLean. Quickly a slant to Renfro. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. McLean. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Drake running left. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Second and 10. They stay on the ground with Drake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, McLean. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On first down, Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And they'll get him down right about the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Operating from the gun, McLean. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Raiders 17. Evan McPherson to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a yard or two deep. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. On first down, Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Again, running right, Drake. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and
1. Off the play fake. McLean. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.